Thanks to the support as a channel member, Hollandinho Wrestling. So, 5 years in the future, I'm still doing the whole suit in the videos bit. I think I'd have got a life by now. Hello and welcome to the Leicester Save 5 years later. I'm Kev, and in this video we're going to be having a look at what happened five years later after the Leicester Save. If you've not seen the Leicester Save, you should go back and watch that first. It's only 40 episodes and it ends on a real positive note. So you should go and watch that first, but then come back, watch this and see what happened next. You can see the actual available jobs, the Leicester jobs available. Shall we go back? I mean, we could... one more year, one more. They're in the Club World Cup. Does that mean they did it? Does that mean they went and did it without me? Erling Harland's still top scorer. Declan Rice is still captain. Aouar's still there. Donnarumma's still there. Phil Foden is there, apparently. Did they? Oh, did they? Oh, they did. 2 years later, they went and won the Champions League without me. One more Premier League as well without me. A Champions League runners-up. Oh, they went and did it without me. Bless their cotton socks. With Martin Schmidt. He was in charge for 3 years. So he's the guy who won the Champions League. I tell you what, with 2 Carabao Cups and a Champions League, if this guy is above me on the Club Legends thing, I am going to be absolutely furious. We're going to go and have a look at that in a second. Now managed by Dominic Torrent. Don't make any gags about illegal downloads, Kev. I'm sure it's been done before. Manchester City assistant manager. I mean, he must have those jokes. How are we not talking about Torrents? But he went back and won the league. Lovely. Right. Before we go in and check in on the actual players and stuff and all that, I do need to check what I was saying before about this. So, who am I looking for? Where am I? And why am I not a legend? Christian Pulisic's a legend. I guess it worked out all right for him in the end then. He turned himself around after that difficult first season. Where am I? Are you seriously telling me I'm not even on the favoured personnel list? I won the Premier League twice. I won the double twice. I won the Europa League. I built this team. I must just be missing myself. I mean, Martin O'Neill, what's he doing on there? Claudio Ranieri won the Premier League once. Martin O'Neill, his claim to fame is not getting them relegated. What? Torrent's on there. He's won it once. Why am I... How... Oh, that makes me very sad. Right, let's have a look at how things went after I left. So, league-wise, my last season was... So, we won the league twice, then finished third. So, that was my last year. The following year, a second place, third place, then going back and winning the league. And this season is the first season... Hold on. What's happened there? How was that? Don't know what I've done here, boys and girls. Something's gone wrong. There we go. So this season, with Torrent in charge, who, by the way, favoured personnel, the first time in what, nearly 10 years that they've not been a Champions League club, that's going to be the financial ruin. I'm tempted to jump in and take control. In fact, I kind of have to, don't I? To see what the financial situation is. I mean, it says financial situation is okay. We'll do that at the end of the video. We'll jump in and have a little look. So after I left, so the stadium capacity was increased. There was around about the same time I left, there was also a takeover. So a new chairman came in as well. So it was all new that summer, and they celebrated by winning the Carabao Cup twice. But then I guess the Champions League is quite a nice thing to win. Training and youth facilities upgraded. Finally, another Premier League win and a Champions League runners-up spot. And then it all fell apart from there because that was the year that they finished fifth. If we have a look on transfers and go back to my last year, which was this one, and see what happened immediately after I left. So that summer after I left, first signing was Kyle Walker-Peters from Brentford. I don't know that they're continuing the Galactico policy there, boys and girls. I think there's a distinct change in policy. Although, to be fair, £140 million on Phil Foden £188 million on Karim Adeyemi. Never heard of him. But that, I mean, that, and 73 million on Oliver Skip. They went out, we had an 80 million pound budget. They've gone out and done 485 million. They've only sold 123 million pounds for players. They sold Kyle Walker-Peters again the same year. They realised the mistake that they'd made, but immediate sales. Belotti went to Paris Saint-Germain for 51 million. Calvin Phillips left. Timo Werner went out on loan again. Harvey Barnes left. Kyle Walker-Peters, I mean, let's have a look at his time at Leicester. He came in for 26 million, played 3 games, left for 16 million. And that manager stayed for 2 more years, boys and girls. You thought I was bad. It does look like the transfer policy has calmed down a little bit after that. That was, though, the biggest summer they'd ever had, which wasn't me. They spent more than I ever did. Utterly vindicated by this. The following summer, Firmino comes in on a free transfer. And this is where they start making some of the money back, I guess. £208 million of a sales here. So Timo Werner leaving permanently to Napoli. Castagna leaves as well. Romagnoli went to Barcelona for an absolute steal. Pereira to Roma. Neymar to Benfica for £6 million. Renato Sanchez for 54 million to Juventus. And Fofana finally leaving the club after never really playing for 16 million to Bologna. The following year, anything interesting here? Son came in as well. Kevin De Bruyne came in. I mean, they're just, the policy's changed. Rather than signing the young Galacticos, it's now about signing all the old men on their way down. But I guess it worked. They won the Champions League the next year. But Grimaldo left to Juventus on a free transfer. James Maddison went to Spurs. Spoilers, James, that doesn't work out for you. Arango, the wonder kid that we brought in, went out on his first loan. Firmino also went out on a loan to Wolves. And then the following year, nothing that I've heard of there. And then the players leaving, Son leaving for 1.6 million. Dembele went to Atletico Madrid for 70 million. And I guess we'll have a look to see what the team that won the Champions League was. Laporte came in from Man City after that. Who else left? Everyone's pretty much gone at this point. I think Arango went to Barcelona for 57 million. He's the wonder kid that we brought in for next to nothing. It looks like he turned out okay, despite the fact Leicester never really used him, presumably because Erling Harland's still in the way, because that's the notable thing here. Erling Harland is still knocking around at the club. If we have a look at the team as it stands at the moment, so Donnarumma's still there, still in goal, aged 30 now. He's been at Leicester a little while. Left back's not ours. Laporte is in at centre back, but he's 35 years old. Terrible business. But Upamecano is still there at 30. Only 17 caps for France. Surprises me a little bit. Kimmich is still there. Did it work out for him in the end? Yeah, he's similar to Pulisic. Terrible first season. Has gone on to be an absolute superstar ever since. Still playing at right back as well. So they didn't move him into midfield. Valverde and Rice still in there in central midfield. And then Erling Harland. Leicester hero. Best striker at Leicester ever? Not with those figures, he isn't. I mean, that's not the Erling Harland I expect to see, really. Jamie Vardy would be gutted looking at that. I mean, he's gone, 4 years there? Not scoring as many goals as Belotti got in one. Whew, Felipe's still there. Pulisic, let's see what he does. He's 30 now. Yeah, look, rubbish first year, went on to become an absolute superstar hero. Where was this? If he'd have done this at any point during the season I had him, we'd have won the Champions League. Hideous that he's gone on and done that. He's now on my enemies list. Jordan Pickford's still there. He's now got a transfer arranged to join Real Zaragoza. But yeah, we ruined his career, didn't we? How many England caps has he got now? Stopped at 35 because England regular, Premier League regular. Right, Jordan. I've got a plank of wood for you to sit on for 7 years. Just sit down, Jordan. You'll be fine. Do I need to bring my gloves? Don't worry about your gloves, Jordan. Just sit on that bench. We need someone to keep it warm. And there's Phil Foden. Still only 28, Phil Foden. Doesn't age. He's in there as a Leicester star as well. So, I mean, to be fair, they've not collapsed, which I kind of expected they would. There's not been a collapse. Facilities-wise, still at the King Power, still 42,000 capacity. So there's not been any major investment there. The youth facilities and everything look like it's been fancied up. Then, they're moving into the Claudio Ranieri Arena. He won it once. Once. And he gets an arena named after him. I'm tempted to walk out again. Did I dream everything I achieved at Leicester? My word. Hideous. Utterly hideous. Right, I'm appointing myself as manager. I want to see what the finances are like. So add new manager. Right, he's back. He's back. England, Premier League, Leicester. He's in. He's in, boys and girls. The glorious return. I don't need to see any of this. I just want to look at the finances. Thanks. Media prediction is first, so that's interesting. They're considered the favourites. Let's get into the finances, though. So the balance is up to above 60 million. The wage budget's come down. It was about 5 million when I left. The wage budget's got down to it's going to be around about 4 million by the time the summer is all said and done. If we look at debt, transfer debt has disappeared. That's a positive transfer debt. So that means they're actually owed £14.5 million in transfer money from other clubs. So there's no transfer debt anymore. That's all been paid off. The club survived financially. So this is the point that I left. So there's 120 million in the kitty there. It dips down as low as about minus 120 million a couple of times. You can see that these dips are when the transfer installments are coming out, and it dips each year, but then all the prize money comes in, and the dip is getting lower now. So that year it got as low as 119 million, that year 139 million, but we only got down to minus 97 that year, minus 99 that year, back up to 60 million now. The projection is positive. The finances recovered, folks. Everyone's saying I'd financially ruin this football club. I present to you a non-ruined financial situation at a football club, a club that after I left thought it was a good idea to go and spend £500 million in one summer. More than I ever did. 151 that summer. Okay, I did 428 that year, 191 that year, 288 that year. I never spent what they did. And they signed Kyle Walker-Peters. I've never felt so vindicated. I am just horrified that the stadium has been named after Claudio Ranieri and not me. I give up. I don't understand. Let's have a look at some club records. See if any of my boys broke the records. No, not really. I don't even have the highest transfer record anymore. I wish I'd not gone. You lot asked me to go 5 years forward. I wish I'd never done it. It's just upset me. Why have I clicked on Paris Saint-Germain? What did Tielemans do? He's still there. Should have brought him back, really. Well, so they won the Champions League without me. They've forgotten I exist. The Leicester job comes up in non-league to legend. They can bite me. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.